Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to do a joint video of both an unboxing and a collection video. So it's been very highly requested for me to do a Pinguicula collection video. It's been very overdue for me to show off my pings, and because they're not obviously in my greenhouse I don't often show them in my tours. So I thought this would be a nice time to do a bit of both, as I've just ordered some new pings and to show off my existing collection as well. So I did my order from West Cornwall Carnivores. I've already done one, I think literally within the last 2 weeks, and decided that I needed some more, especially after Gary posted a lovely ping on his website, and decided that I needed that one too. So I did another order and I've got 3 in this box here today. So I will, after I've done the unboxing, I will show off my Pinguicula collection. You may notice from my other collections that I have shown off in the past that my pings are not as big and have reduced significantly. So unfortunately I did lose quite a lot of my Pinguicula collection, and this was due to weather. This was very sudden and it happened just over the winter just gone. I had some really nice large specimens which just died. I'm not really sure why. They were indoors at the time, never really had any issues in the past, but they all collectively died. Quite a lot of specimens, nice ones as well. So this year so far I've spent a lot of time rebuilding my Pinguicula collection and just getting some more. So I've actually got quite a few nice ones, and the colours are just coming out as well, so it's also another perfect time to go and show you what the collection looks like. So I open the box and then you've got all the packing styrofoam peanuts or whatever they're called. I haven't planned where to put those. I'm just going to use that, put it in a pot rather than put it over the floor. Taken a lot longer to get these packing peanuts out. It's really well packed. So that's another reason why I love West Cornwall Carnivores. So Gary Wheeler's the guy who owns that. He's a lovely guy and he has a wonderful collection of different carnivorous plants. So if you've never heard of him or if you've never bought from him before, then obviously go check him out. So first one that I've got here, and do forgive me on pronouncing Latin names, is the Potensis or Potensis red leaf, which is that one there. And this one's a really nice one, so it's got some nice kind of pointed leaves, and it goes really nice deep beautiful red coloration by the images. So all the pings that I have ordered today are Mexican Pinguicula. I had a couple of other ones that are more winter forming with the hibernacles that they form. They're not temperate ones, they're still Mexicans, but like the Gypsicola, I got some hybrids of that, and I will show them off obviously in my collection. And also I did have to interrupt the video if you wonder why the weird jolt is purely because my puppy decided to run into the greenhouse while I was mid filming, and it just interrupted everything I was doing. So this is the ping, so you can see I'll obviously put some better pictures when I turn the camera around, but this one really nice sizes as well, and you can kind of see the coloration just coming through now. Wonderfully well packed, not disturbed, and obviously all the soil is intact as well. Obviously the worst thing is when you unbox stuff and there's soil everywhere and you can't see the beauty of the plant. And then left them on the floor. Next one is my Luana Sierra mix. So this is a Stephen Morley one, and I've got a couple of Luanas now. I had the original one with the red flower, but unfortunately that one did go, so I have now got the tricolour, and I've now got the Sierra mix, which I'm quite happy about getting as well. So if I just open this one up, so you can see that one, there's a little bit up there. You can see there's a couple of plants, again it's out of focus, but there is a couple of plants in there growing together, which is quite nice. I'll just put the label in that one. And then finally should be the one that I did the order for. Keep that there. This is Pinguicula Seriana white flowered form, and that one's crossed with a laxifolia. So I really like this one. It was a stunning plant that was posted, and it has like some really nice veinings within the leaf, which makes it really nice with that kind of coloration and a nice large flower as well, which I thought was quite unusual, and I haven't grown a ping like that before, so it's going to be an interesting one indeed. So I ordered just a small one of this one. He had several sizes of different Pinguicula on his website. I like to start mine off small because it gives me the opportunity to start off small and watch them grow. I really like enjoying stuff a little bit like seedlings. I love raising Sarracenia from seed, although it's a very lengthy process. You know, you enjoy the process of watching it grow in the different stages of its time. But it is different sizes as well. See if you would like an instant large plant now as well. Oh, and this one's absolutely beautiful. So you can already see the veining again. Like I said, I have to turn it around. You can already see the lines in its leaf, and there's about 2 or 3 other little tiny ones growing in that, and I'm well chuffed with that. So I'm really happy that I've got that one. And there's about 4 plants in there, so the main one and then like 3 little ones. So you can't be happy with that if that's the one you order and then that's what you get. So really worth it, and just lovely plants as well. So I will, now that I've done the unboxing, turn the camera around and show you off my Pinguicula collection. So I've set out most of my ping collection along the front of my bench here. So I've got one of each species or cultivar that I own here. My pings are kind of scattered around throughout the house. I do keep a couple in the greenhouse during the summertime. But I'll just show off currently what I've got. This just kind of shows off at least one of each that I've got in my collection. Okay, so I'll start off here with my ping rock, as this is probably the most impressive thing that I've got with my Pinguiculas this year. This is a really nice established specimen now, and all the pings on here are really starting to colour up. So this rock will stay in the greenhouse during the period of the summer, so it'll stay in here until the weather starts getting a bit too cold, and then I'll bring it back in again. During the summer it will sit in this tray of water, and then the lava rock will wick the water up, which you can see through the rock. And the only dry patch I kind of get on here is this bit at the top because it's a lot higher. So it stays on the lower side of my benches, so it never gets that really hot direct sun, but it does get a little bit of the afternoon late sun, but it helps bring out the colour, and obviously it doesn't get too hot either, so it's quite nice for the pings, and they seem to be doing really well. They've obviously really coloured up, as you can see. They've established well onto the rock, so most of these pores I filled with moss first. Some of them I haven't, so this is a weezer up here, which is just mounted straight onto the rock. But you can see with this Aceriana clump here, it does have moss first, but they're obviously really rooted in well, and I can tap them and they won't fall off. I often water from above sometimes as well, just to make sure that the rock is fully saturated. So I'll show off a couple of things that I've got on the rock here. So you can see the weezer is bringing out the best colour. It's that really nice soft kind of pinky colour. There's a cyclosector here, which surprisingly was my only one I had left, so I lost my entire large specimen plant, and luckily I put one on the rock, as this is or was my only one. I've taken a few leaf pullings since then, so I do have a couple of spares, but this is my now main largest cyclosector. And down here is an Aceriana. So I've got a few Acerianas on the rock. They do actually really well, and Aceriana, so definitely one of those really easy pings to grow, and is also a great starter one as well. For me, they just propagate so easily from leaf pullings as well, and they have that lovely colour with the upturned kind of tips around the leaf. Another Aceriana down here closer to the water. That I do believe is a either a Gigantea or a ping, that a couple of leaf pullings sometimes I've just placed on here. Again, more at the back is some weezers. I do believe they're again Tina pullings. Another Aceriana around the back here. And you can see I've just placed a bit of the moss. The moss is growing quite nicely through it, as you can see, especially around this bit, how the moss is obviously starting to grow onto and throughout the rock here. And in the bit where I planted the Aceriana's got the moss spores. And even around to the side here, which are more pullings. So this just kind of has a few basic pings on it, a lot of the Aceriana because it's done so well in here. But now I've got quite a few new pings. I'm hoping to swap and replace, or fill in the gaps with some of my other newer pings to kind of give a variation of species throughout the rock. So here I've just got kind of like a dumping ground of pings. These are the ones that I'm currently keeping in my greenhouse, and this is mainly due to space, or sometimes I'll divide them out here and I'll leave them in here to colour up a bit before repotting, and sometimes I'll sell them on. I've recently sold quite a few of these, especially the pirouette and the Aceriana, because I've got so many. But all these cluster pots are of leaf pullings. I let them then, like I said, colour up, and I can divide them on. I've got a few pirouettes that I divided the other day. So the pirouette is a really nice one with a long kind of upturned tip of the leaf, and it goes a really nice pinky colour. Again, really nice and easy easy one to propagate for and both care for. Same with the Aceriana. So again, all from leaf pullings, as you can see from here. Another little pirouette. This is probably now my main pirouette. I did have a bigger clump which looked lovely, which I've then divided up into these smaller bits because it was so compact into the pot that they obviously got a bit more upturned leaves, and the plants weren't doing really well being that crammed. I ended up getting like 20 out of just one pot, so they were in desperate need for a divide. So now this is my kind of largest specimen of its own. But you can even see it's got a little one at the base there. Here I've got another Aceriana, which I do believe has got an Echeveria in with it, which I can't remember which one is first, whether it was the Aceriana or the succulent. Over here I've got my Pinguicula gigantea. So I've got two of these, and I've got both of these out here because one I've got in and one I brought out from inside. These were recently given to me by a friend, and they are really nice. Obviously I'm waiting for that size to come through, but I really kind of like these ovate kind of fluffy kind of leaves. It's really quite hard to explain, but obviously compared to a Tina, which kind of has more of a flat, larger surface area of the leaf, where the gigantea kind of has more dew on it, which gives it that kind of rounded, almost fuzzy appearance on the leaf. And obviously that's one of my Tina leaf pullings. Catches a few gnats and little flies in here, but also got a bit of dirt on from when I was doing my dividing the other day. Okay, now on to my main collection. So other than my pirouette, my only other two large specimens are my Pinguicula Weezer, which is the lovely pink Pinguicula that I showed earlier from my ping rock, which is this beautiful one here. And they go this lovely subtle colour, plus a really nice easy first kind of ping to get, along with like the Tina, and obviously it is a nice decent size too. And the other one is the Pinguicula Tina, which is a nice large green Pinguicula. It has a lovely lime form, and again grows really easily, and that's kind of your really nice starter plant pings there. Now onto this tray of, most of these are actually new that I've got in, well, probably the last couple of weeks. Some of them have been longer. For example, like the Aceriana has been with me for years. These are all just from leaf props. I don't even know if I still have the original plant or if it's just obviously gone somewhere, you know, like sold along the way. But yeah, so you got obviously the nice cluster of Acerianas in here, which are one of my older ones. And then obviously the giganteas I've had for a little while too. However, everything else in here is more relatively new. So if I start from the corner, so this is obviously one that I just showed in the unboxing, which is the Pinguicula Aceriana white flower. That one is crossed with the Laxifolia. And as you can see, as a little bit closer, it has that line down the middle there, which obviously becomes more prominent with age. And it has the tiny little plants in here as well. So I've got a couple of them there, which I'm really excited about. Hence why I said I did the order for this one. One that I got in my other order, so I've done 2 orders with West Cornwall. This was part of my first one, and obviously the second, which I just unboxed, had 3 new pings in. So I have for the first time gone for pings which require a like they form the hibernacula throughout the dormancy. So they're still Mexican pings, but they do go dormant and form like a proper hibernacula, rather than that succulent phase that other ones more commonly do. So this is mixed with the Gypsicola, and I do really like that ping, but I've always been quite worried to own it due to that kind of dry dormancy stage, which I haven't dealt with yet. But when I obviously got these as well, you can kind of see that they are going into that dormant stage now. You can see that hibernacula that is being formed in the middle, and the older leaves are dying off. So now obviously it's my chance to really take care of these pings and see if I can make it through that dry winter season, or you know, the dormancy season that they go through. Other one I've got is Monariensis orchidoides, which is a really nice one when it grows up. It has that kind of nice coloration and that really nice shaped leaf. here, so it's a little bit different. So I've gone for some quite unique shaped and coloured pings, along with others that have really nice flowers. So again, got a nice orchid-like flower on this one too. So little plants, but obviously I've got a couple of them there. And this one's been on my wish list for years, but again, because of that dry Pinguicula dormancy stage, was a little bit wary of getting, but I couldn't pass off the opportunity after seeing one, which is the Pinguicula red starfish. So this one goes a really nice deep red colour, and obviously has that lovely starfish kind of shape in its leaves, which you can see here. But you can also see that it is also forming that Pinguicula in the middle, and the older leaves are dying off here. This one is Pinguicula BCP Goldeneye, which has a really nice distinctive yellow flower, so that's why I've gone for it, is for its flower. So it's a nice green Pinguicula, but it has a absolute stunning, quite a decent sized large yellow flower. So I really am looking forward to seeing that bright golden flower, which I think will definitely stand out within the collection. Obviously this one's got a little bit of growing up to do, but I am still looking forward to see when it gets older. So this one at the back is Pinguicula seductora, which is a cross between the Luana cross imaginata, which is the one with the really nice pinky kind of edges around there. So this one, so you can see, is starting to form that coloration now. It's getting to a nice decent size from when I got it. So this was a order that I did last year with this one, and you can see it's starting to form that really nice coloration now. So this one as well came in my last order, which is the Luana tricolour that I was telling you about, and obviously we'll have that coloration, hence the tricolour name, is that it's got a mixture of coloration in here. As you can see, I do believe it's either going or just coming out of that succulent phase there. Shows the Seriana. This one was from a friend of mine who is on Facebook. He has an absolutely extensive collection of pings, and I recently did a trade with him and got some really nice ones. And this one in particular I'm quite happy about getting, so he gave this one as a little throw-in, which is quite a unusual and rare ping that he said was not very common within the UK, but so I'm really glad to have owned this one, which is the Pinguicula species Sierra, and it has that kind of green with the tip leaves that are quite elongated pointed leaves, which I'm really hoping will develop into a lovely specimen. So this is again the order that I just got, which is Luana Sierra mix. So again, nice. I got this one for the flower kind of coloration as well. I'm looking forward to that really nice red vibrant flower. The pings especially do have that kind of really striking and different flower that obviously you don't really get with others. So all carnivorous plant flowers are quite striking in their own way, but Pinguiculas come in such vibrant colours, along with obviously the leaves, which make them very unique. Pinguicula Ehler C Victoria, so I went for this one again because of coloration of its leaves. Really nice pink kind of pointed leaf for this one. Nice little small ping as well. As you can see, it's a nice little clump at the moment, just as a single one, and then the celery from through in a couple of leaves of these adult specimen here, which I've got currently propagating in my room. I got straight imaginata, which is clone A, which obviously is part of that seductora that I was telling you about, and this one here has got a tiny little baby along with obviously the main plant there. So I'm hoping to do some ping crosses in the future and obviously make some really nice pings of my own. Obviously this one was in my new collection, which is the Potiensis red leaf, which again I think another thing that attracted to it, which is the same kind of reason that attracted me to the red starfish, is that really nice deep coloration within the leaves, and obviously that kind of different point. I just really like the elongated leaves on the pings. Pinguicula Yuccadoo, which like the Ehlersi kind of has that really nice tight structure with the really nice pointed tip leaves here that obviously upturn, and eventually goes a really nice dark coloration, like a a pinky kind of purpley coloration. I'll have to see if I've got any older pictures of this one. Obviously that's my other Gigantea, which you can see is sending out loads of roots at the moment underneath here, which are creeping out of the pot. And then finally in my little 6 cm collection I've got Aphrodite. So in my older Pinguicula videos, people may remember that I had a very large Aphrodite, and I had quite a few little ones from the Aphrodite, but unfortunately I did manage to lose all of them. But obviously I got these one recently, which is again from my friend from Facebook, and I've got now a pot of little ones to start off once again, which is a nice pink plant with again pointed kind of leaves. These ones get quite big and are very elongated, quite a messy looking plant eventually, but it is a really nice one to grow. Then finally I've just got a couple of pings in some pots that I just wanted to show off. So this is probably my only Luana cross marginata that I've actually got in a pot at the moment. I do have one in the decorative pot up here as well, but this is probably my main specimen. Originally I had it in a 6 centimetre, decided to plant up this one in a pot along with, this is Luana cross Seriana. So again, kind of nice theme, and I place these in a little planter, and then often I will place the leaves, and you can see that the ping pullings are starting to strike now as you're going around, and all these little ones are all from ping pullings. You can see little leaves there which have created little plants, and like the Seductora, the Luana cross marginata is basically the same, which will have the pink outer leaf there. Really nice veining too. And once again, this little Seriana cross Luana here will be a nice pink one, almost similar to the Yuccadoo and like the Ehalursi. It's a really nice tight forming plant with that really nice colour. And finally, even though this main plant is obviously not a Pinguicula, I wanted to draw focus to this lovely Pinguicula, which I do believe is another Weezer, and just the soft colours of this, along with obviously you can see there's a Drosa pulchella by the looks of it there, with some more pings. So these pings originally were just from one leaf pulling. When I've been keeping plants in here over the summer, I'd put a couple of leaves in some of the pots, so I'd put a leaf in here. And then it's now grown into a nice seed-sized Pinguicula, and it remained in the greenhouse over winter. So we obviously had that -8 over winter, and this ping is still going along with these little ones here. And I found in a few other pots I've got odd pings laying about, which is quite nice to see how resilient these little fragile looking plants really are. Okay, that's my unboxing slash Pinguicula collection video. So as you can see, many of my plants are very small and just in the early stages of growing, but I am really looking forward to raising these into adult plants, especially as I've got a bit more of a variety now and some really interesting colours and even some flowers that I'm looking forward to having in the future. And obviously I'm hoping to not make the same mistake and not propagating enough, so I'll be propagating as many as I can in order to have as many spares as possible to prevent any further losses like I've had before. But for now, that is everything from this video, and I hope to do another video very shortly. Probably do a Sarracenia seedling video. That's one that I'm really looking forward to doing because I've got some really amazing crosses, and some of the Leucophila crosses are starting to produce some really nice autumn kind of pictures now. So hopefully that'll be coming very soon as well. Hope you everybody enjoyed this video and have a great day.